At this point in time, I wanted to show a little bit of the features and benefits of our self-rescue device before we actually do the demonstration behind me. So, you know, the device here, this self-rescue device has a couple of different features on it. One is it's got this pull ring. This is the primary self-rescue pull ring, and it's got a secondary assist ring, okay? And I'm gonna actually demonstrate this. So if the worker were to be incapacitated, you could use our rescue pole, our extension rescue pole, and release this so that we could allow the device to rescue the worker if the worker was incapacitated. But if the worker was conscious after the fall, he's able to actually release this ring, which would be attached to the front part of his harness, and inside the housing of the device itself is a spool of rope. It's spectral rope, and it would automatically trigger a descent and a self-rescue. The speed of that is around 4.5 feet per second on average, which is a relatively, you know, quick descent speed, okay? Just roughly about the equivalent of a self-retracting device. Talking just a little bit about some of the features and benefits on the rescue device itself. It's a durable, molded housing, if you will. It is sealed. All the components are sealed inside, so it's weatherproof. And then I wanted to show you briefly here how the device is actually connected. So it's got what we call the Easy Link D-ring connector. So it's the same sort of technology we use for our aerial lift nano lock retractable. And this could easily be mounted to the Easy Link connector on the back of a ExoFit Nex Plus harness, or underneath the dorsal D-ring to the area where you'd create a little slack, so I could mount this device to any brand harness. Okay, so that's great news for you at home. You know, if you have a existing harness, you don't have to acquire another harness to use this self-rescue device. It does have reflective material, and the D-ring that we would actually use would be the D-ring that's attached to the self-rescue device. The D-ring from the harness would actually be tucked in to the pouch here of the self-rescue pack. So again, this would be our primary D-ring for fall arrest as well as for self-rescue. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a demonstration of the Rescue Randy here, and I'm going to give a little play-by-play as to what's going on here. So let's just say the worker was either thrown out of the lift because it bounced, or he was catapulted out of the lift, or he actually fell through one of the openings of the guardrail or over the guardrail because he was unfortunately doing work where he was leaning over the edge. And in that case, if he had a shock absorbing lanyard, the lanyard would have deployed. And you can see here, this is actually a lanyard that has already been deployed. So this lanyard was rated for a 6-foot free fall, and it has been deployed, and it deployed the 4-foot additional deceleration device or distance. So we're at about 10 feet of total lanyard deployment or elongation, and Jack already showed you that with his drop test. So, you know, although the worker did have enough clearance in this application, if he was incapacitated from the fall, you know, and unable to deploy the self-rescue device, I'm going to go ahead as a rescuer and reach for my rescue pole, which I've already extended to about 9 feet. And I'm going to now anchor connect my carabiner Got to be a surgeon here. There we go. And it's, as you can see here, that's a unique connection. It's a quick connect carabiner, and it's attached to a tag line. So now I'm going to release the extension pole. And now, as a rescuer, I'm going to deploy the assist rescue ring. So on the count of 3 here, the worker is going to descend down to the ground safely at a slow 4.5 feet approximate rate of descent. And we're going to go ahead and start emergency response on that worker. Count of 3 here. 1, 2, 3. All right, so as you can see here, the rescue device did its job, and it became the worker's rescue plan, and we successfully rescued that worker. And you know, we have other rescue capabilities other than the self-rescue device, which would include a device called our R550 Rogueless, which has features to potentially do a rescue pickoff, to also do an assist rescue or a self-rescue, as well as our self-retracting devices that we call RSQs that have self-rescue built into the fall arrestor. So after the self-retracting device deploys, it could then descend down to the ground automatically and rescue you. So those are really just 3 methods of building rescue into your fall protection program, specifically when you're doing work in an aerial work platform.